We're making sure that we're not obligated to the inmate, that we're not dependent on the inmate. But that's why we're put in this position. We have to be better than them. Because if we don't respect ourselves, we can't expect the public to. How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tier Talk, and I had a great question sent my way. Gange, how do we get people to be responsible for their actions? And in this case, this person here is talking about management. How do we get management to be responsible for actions that they feel are impacting the facility in a negative way, basically jeopardizing safety and security? And I have a response set for this. I discussed this a little bit in a video I did before, but I want to touch on it again because it is a very important topic. So when we get back from our sponsors, we're going to be talking about personal responsibility. Trust me, personal responsibility will get people to act. Stand by for our sponsors.
I wanted to attend a university that had an intelligence program. I wanted to look at problems different. I wanted to increase my critical thinking abilities. AMU offered those avenues to expand. Obtaining your degree as an adult, you're actually paying yourself and investing in yourself. You can't put a dollar on it, it's priceless. It's something that can never be taken away from you.
American Military University. Learn from the leader.
Being a corrections officer takes its toll on even the strongest individuals. The constant need to perform at the highest level, putting your life at risk in a hostile environment, and the mental scarring of traumatic experiences. 31% of corrections officers show symptoms of PTSD, and 66% of people with PTSD also suffer with a substance abuse problem. The Transformations First Responders program is specially designed to help veterans and officers heal from the grips of addiction and PTSD in a comfortable, supportive, and serene setting. You are not alone. If you have questions about the services we offer, give us a call at 866-762-8454 to get more information on this affordable and life-changing program.
Thank you guys for listening to my sponsors. You know, when it comes for us getting change that we need, especially if that change can be implemented from above, we have to start holding people responsible for their actions or for not taking action. So it's giving them a level of responsibility, a chance to take onus of the changes that need to happen. And we can't do that by generalizing it out. And what I mean by that is if we're always saying, yeah, management's responsible, okay, well, who in management is responsible? Because let's say you have 10 people in management positions, 12 people, however many people you have in management. Well, now the problem is that everyone there can share the blame, but also everyone there can diffuse that sense of responsibility because they're not talking at me per se directly, which means that I don't have to do nothing because there's 11 others here. This person ain't mentioning my name, they're just saying management. So I'll go back and do whatever it is that I've been doing. What we need to do is pull those people who are inactive out of that group. Yeah, it's John Smith who is part of management. Now John Smith got the attention directly on him. Now people are looking directly at John Smith. What are you going to do, John Smith? Because you're in a management position. Now John Smith is forced to take responsibility of his actions. Because we didn't generalize who's not meeting our concerns. We made it specific to John Smith. John Smith's got to scramble now a little bit. John Smith's got to fix it. Because now John Smith can't diffuse that responsibility to the other members of management. Because it's John Smith that's been singled out. So guys, if you're listening to this and you have a concern with management, you need to start making note of who you have that concern with. And make that person know that, hey, I have a concern and I brought this concern to you. Your name is on all my documentation. So I want you to realize that. Because now you can't diffuse that sense of responsibility to the other people in management. Because I just said your name. You're my concern. And this could cause if there's change needed, this could cause a little bit of a divide with those who need to make that change. Because the one person now that's been singled out of the group, he's not going to want his name to go down. He's going to go back to his peers in management and say, hey, listen, guys, it's not your name that's being put out there. It's my name. It's no longer a generalization about management. Now they're dropping my name. So what do we do? So again, I don't want to say it's like a divide and conquer, but if there's a need to make a change and you feel that you're being ignored, you need to take note of who is specifically ignoring your request. Don't generalize it. Don't generalize it because, again, they can diffuse their sense of responsibility. You need to take note of who you specifically made that request to. Make it known to them, yes, I know it's you, and I wrote your name down. Because that's going to make the person feel a little bit uncomfortable because they have nowhere to push that responsibility to. They have to take onus of it. You're forcing them to take on that sense of responsibility. And what's good about this is if ever something does happen and it gets challenged, you know exactly who you spoke to and it was documented. So whenever they decide to investigate whatever these issues are, you know exactly who it was you spoke to, and we know exactly where the inaction was. Instead of everybody putting their hands up in management, we know exactly who you went to. Also, by knowing who it is in management that you have an issue with and making them scramble a bit, kind of discussing that divide, you may wind up forcing them to put someone else's name out there. Hey, it's not me, it's them. So either way, now you're starting to get the information that you need to create the change. So there is a bit of a divide. As always, guys, the show is Tier Talk. Please, if you haven't subscribed, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. That bell's going to notify you every time I post up a video. All right, guys, stay safe.